Hello friends, welcome to the amazing world of relationships between our four-legged pets. Cats and dogs, eternal rivals, or potential best friends. Is it possible to create harmony in a home where representatives of both species live? Today we will reveal the secrets of successful introductions and friendships between dogs and cats, share proven methods, and dispel common myths about their irreconcilable enmity. If you dream of having your pets living in peace and harmony, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Ahead are many useful tips that will help make the lives of your four-legged friends happier and more comfortable. Let us begin with understanding the nature of dogs and cats. The common belief that these animals are natural enemies is not entirely true. Yes, they have different body language, different needs, and communication styles. But this does not mean they cannot become friends. It all comes down to the right approach to their introduction and consideration of the behavioral characteristics of each species. Dogs are social animals, descendants of wolves, accustomed to living in packs with a clear hierarchy. They are group-oriented, love active games, and strive to please their human. Cats, descendants of solitary hunters, are more independent, territorial, and often prefer to observe what is happening from the sidelines. These fundamental differences underlie many misunderstandings between pets. But knowing them, we can create conditions in which both animals will feel comfortable. It is important to understand that the age at introduction plays a huge role in forming relationships between a cat and a dog. Puppies and kittens that grow up together are more likely to become friends since they have not yet formed prejudices against each other. They learn to understand each other's body language from the very beginning, which significantly facilitates their communication in the future. If you are trying to befriend adult animals, the process may take more time and require more patience, but it is entirely possible. Research shows that dogs and cats raised in homes with representatives of both species demonstrate lower stress levels when meeting new animals of the opposite species. They learn to read each other's signals and adapt their behavior accordingly. This shows how important early socialization experience is for forming healthy interspecies relationships. Before proceeding with introducing pets, thorough preparation is necessary. The first step is to provide each animal with its own safe zone, where the other pet cannot access. For a cat, these can be high shelves, special cat trees, or a separate room with a protective mesh installed on the door. A dog can have a separate corner with a bed and toys. These personal spaces will give pets the opportunity to rest from each other and feel safe, which is critically important for reducing stress. It is also worth purchasing separate food and water bowls for each animal and placing them in different locations. Many conflicts between pets arise precisely because of resources, food, toys, sleeping areas, and owner attention. By eliminating reasons for competition, you significantly increase the chances of successful friendship. The introduction process should be gradual and begin with exchanging scents. Scent is the primary means of communication for both species. You can wipe each animal with a separate towel and then switch them, allowing pets to become familiar with each other's scent without direct contact. It is also helpful to swap the animals' beds or toys so they get used to the idea of another's presence in the house. After the animals have become accustomed to each other's scent, this usually takes from several days to a week, you can move on to visual introduction. The best way is to use a barrier, such as a baby gate or mesh door, which will allow pets to see each other but prevent physical contact. During such meetings, create positive associations. Treat both pets with delicacies, praise them for calm behavior, play with them separately but within sight of each other. Observe the animal's body language. If the cat hisses, arches its back, flattens its ears, or the dog growls, bares its teeth, or tenses up, these are signs of stress and aggression. In such cases, immediately stop the meeting and return to the previous stage. If the animals show curiosity, calmly observe each other, or even try to interact through the barrier. This is a good sign, and you can gradually increase the duration of such meetings. A very important point: never leave pets unsupervised during the introduction phase. Even if it seems they are getting along well, the situation can change quickly. Always be ready to intervene if you notice signs of aggression or severe stress. At the same time, try to remain calm. Animals are very sensitive to human emotions, and your anxiety can be transmitted to them. The next stage is controlled meetings without a physical barrier. By this point, the animals should already be accustomed to each other's presence and not show obvious signs of stress or aggression. For the first such meeting, Choose neutral territory where neither pet will feel like the master of the situation. Keep the dog on a leash so you can react quickly if necessary, and give the cat the freedom to move around. Cats feel safer when they can run away or climb higher at any moment. Continue creating positive associations. Treat both pets, praise them for calm behavior. Do not force them to interact if they are not ready. Let them get used to each other's presence at their own pace. Such meetings should be short but regular. Gradually increase their duration if everything is going well. One of the key points in friendship between a dog and a cat is teaching the dog basic commands. The dog should understand and obey commands like sit, lie down, no, and come here. This will give you the ability to control the situation and prevent unwanted behavior such as chasing the cat. Regularly reward the dog for calm behavior around the cat and gently but firmly stop any attempts at pursuit or aggression. Interesting fact, research shows that certain dog breeds get along better with cats. Usually, these are non-hunting breeds with mild temperaments such as Labrador Retrievers, Golden Retrievers, Bichon Frises, or Cavalier King Charles Spaniels. Breeds bred for hunting small animals, such as terriers, may have a strong hunting instinct that is more difficult to control. However, with proper training and socialization, dogs of any breed can learn to coexist peacefully with cats. As for cats, much depends on individual character. Some cats are naturally more friendly and curious, while others may be timid and territorial. Age also plays a role. Young cats usually accept new family members more easily than older ones. If you have a choice, look for a cat that has already had positive experiences with dogs. It is worth mentioning separately the importance of physical activity for both pets. A tired dog is less likely to chase a cat, and a cat that gets enough stimulation and play will be less irritable. Regular games with each pet will not only strengthen your bond with them, but also help create a calmer atmosphere in the home. Interestingly, sometimes between a dog and a cat, not just tolerance but genuine friendship can develop. They may play together, sleep next to each other, groom each other, showing social behavior they usually demonstrate towards members of their own species. Such relationships are especially common if the animals met at a young age or if one of them took on a parental role for the other. However, even if your pets have not become best friends, peaceful coexistence is already an excellent result. Many dogs and cats eventually come to a kind of non-aggression pact where each lives its own life, not particularly interacting with the other, but also not showing aggression or fear. And this is absolutely normal. It is important to remember that the process of introduction and adaptation can take a long time, from several weeks to several months. Everything depends on the animal's characters, their previous experience, and your patience. Do not rush and do not try to force events. Give the pets the opportunity to determine the distance and pace of bonding comfortable for them. Various problems may arise during the introduction process. One common issue is when a dog constantly tries to play with a cat, and the cat perceives this as a threat. In such cases, it is important to teach the dog to recognize signals the cat gives and respect its personal space. Use the command no and distract the dog when it becomes too intrusive. Over time, it will understand which behavior is acceptable and which is not. Another common problem is jealousy. If another pet already lived in the house before the new one appeared, it may be jealous of you toward the newcomer. To minimize this feeling, give enough attention to each animal individually, do not change the first pet's usual routine, and do not force it to share favorite toys or resting places. Show that there is enough room in your heart for both. Pheromones can become an unexpected but effective aid in the process of introducing pets. Veterinary pharmacies sell special diffusers with synthetic pheromones for cats and dogs that help reduce stress and anxiety levels. These products mimic natural calming pheromones and can significantly ease the adaptation process. It is also worth paying attention to both animals' nutrition. Stress can cause problems with appetite or digestion, so during the introduction period, it is especially important to ensure that both pets receive proper nutrition. Additionally, it is necessary to exclude the possibility of the dog eating cat food and the cat eating dog food, as their nutritional needs differ, and such an exchange can lead to health problems. Creating vertical space for the cat is another key element of successful coexistence. Cats by nature like to observe what is happening from above, and high positions give them a sense of security, especially important when living with a dog. Install cat shelves and houses at different levels, and make sure they are accessible from different parts of the house so the cat can always quickly find refuge. It is important to note that not all attempts to befriend a dog with a cat end in success. Some animals, due to their character, past experience, or strong hunting instinct, may never accept each other. In such cases, a reasonable solution might be permanent separation of the animals, using barriers, or even finding a new home for one of the pets if the situation becomes too stressful or dangerous. The animal's well-being should always come first. Fortunately, most dogs and cats with the right approach to introduction and patient attitude from the owner are able, at minimum, to tolerate each other and at best, to become true friends. Watching how animals of different species find common ground and build relationships is one of the most pleasant sights for any owner. Summing up, let us go through the key points of successful dog and cat introduction once more. Gradual progress and patience are your main allies. Start with exchanging scents, then move to visual contacts through a barrier, and only then to controlled meetings without a barrier. Create positive associations, provide each pet with personal space, and never leave them unsupervised in the initial stages of introduction. Train the dog in basic commands and respect the individual characteristics of each animal. Remember that your calm and positive attitude toward the process plays a huge role. Animals are very sensitive to their owner's mood, and your confidence in success will help them adapt more quickly to the new situation. Do not expect instant results and appreciate each small step on the path to harmonious relationships between your pets. And what experience do you have, dear viewers? Have you managed to befriend a dog with a cat? Which methods proved most effective in your case? Share your stories in the comments. Your experience may be invaluable for those just starting this journey. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you do not miss new episodes dedicated to pet care and creating a comfortable and happy life for them. In the next episode, we will touch on an equally interesting topic that will help you better understand your four-legged friends. Until next time, and good luck in creating a friendly, multi-species family.